my channel. So for today's video, I'm thinking of doing a Valentine's Day inspired makeup look, something that leans more towards the pink tones, but with that being said, something that is very wearable. And if you're not looking to go too crazy with color or have something really dramatic, you can still wear this. You can wear this during the day, you can wear this during the night, you can wear this whenever you want, honestly. So I kind of want to show you what I would do, what I like to wear and put on my face, and kind of just go from there. This works whether you celebrate Valentine's Day, whether you don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Honestly, it does not matter. You can wear this anytime, any year. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You know what I mean? So if you're feeling like wearing this, then wear it. And if you don't, then don't. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's get started. Cool, so I'm going to start off with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is kind of what that looks like. It's really nice if you're looking for hydration. It's really good if you have a little bit of drier skin. I think this would add a lot of moisture to your face. So let me put that on. Especially with this winter weather, I feel like any extra moisture to the skin is prime. Cool, so the primer is on. One thing that I love to do, I love glow. I love glowy skin. I don't like matte skin. I don't like matte foundations. Anything that makes my face look matte, I don't like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Lumi Lotion, and I'm gonna put this over my primer but under my foundation, you know? And I love this. Oh yeah, this is the shade 902. I also have the shade 903, which is a little bit more bronze, but they both work just as amazing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna focus this on the outside of my face and my forehead and not bring it in too much next to my pores. I don't feel like this accentuates my pores, but I would rather just be on the safe side. So I kind of bring this on my forehead, on my cheeks, and down my chin. Okay, so I don't know if you'd be able to see it, but if you can see, there's a little bit of a glow. There's a little bit of glow on my forehead as well. So it's very subtle, but under foundation and throughout the day, your skin is gonna be so glowing, and I'm all about it. So now I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way. This is probably one of my all-time favorite foundations. I'm actually thinking of filming a my favorite foundations video and explain why I love them, and this one is definitely going to be in it. I've loved this for a very, very long time, and I'm in the color Light Beige. So I'm just gonna, I put a pump on my hand, gonna put that on my face, and I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. I already wet this, and I'm just kind of gonna pat this all over. Okay, so that's what that looks like, and I'm going to go in with my concealer. The one thing I will say though is the Born This Way foundation is medium coverage, but it's definitely buildable. So I feel like compared to, let's say, like the MAC Face and Body, it's definitely more sheer. So I feel like I typically end up using more concealer for the MAC Face and Body as opposed to like the Born This Way. And so I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. One of the best concealers. I probably repurchased this, I want to say like 5 or 6 times. I love this concealer so much. It is light, it's not super thick, and if you set it with translucent powder, there is not a line of creasing under your eyes, and I am all about that. So now I'm just going to set under my eyes. Next, I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown bronzer. So this is the bronzing powder, and I have it in the color Golden Light number 1. I think this is the lightest one, or there's one lighter than that, but this is what that looks like. So now I'm going to go in with my blush. I'm going to be using the Butter Blush from Physicans formula, and this color is called Vintage Rose. That's what that looks like. It's a really nice light rosy color, and I'm just going to be using my Morphe M406 brush. It's like a stippling brush, and I'm just gonna do that. And next I'm gonna go in with a highlighter. I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in the color 250. I think this is one of the newer colors that they had come out with. It looks white, so I don't know if you can see that. It looks really white, but it comes off more gold on the skin, which I'll show you right now. And I'm just gonna go in with a pointed brush kind of like this. And I would tap off the excess because I feel like there's a lot of fallout on this. And I'll kind of go in. So you can definitely see the highlighter there. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm not applying too much highlighter. That's definitely intentional. I can make it more highlight-y, but I don't really like that look a lot. So I want something that's gonna add light to my face, but without it being too much. I mean, I definitely went through a phase when I was working at Sephora where I would have crazy highlighter, but I think we're past that and we want something a little less dramatic. So there's that. And now I'm just gonna go in with my brows really quick and do those. And I'm just gonna be using my trusty brow definer from Anastasia, which I have used and will always use. I love this stuff. So that's my brows. I like a little bit more of a fuzzier brow and a thicker brow. And so what I like to do is I really like to brush up my brows so that way they can look as thick as possible. So this is kind of what they would look like. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with some primer. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've been using this primer for years. I'm gonna use the translucent powder that I use, which is the Kat Von D one, which I'll also link down below. And just take some of that and just go over, because I don't want any tackiness, because if I'm working with color, I just don't want it to stick in one spot and be really hard to blend. I want it to be very easy to blend so it looks better, you know? So I'm kind of just going all over. And then for today, I'm actually going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. How I'm going to start off this look is by actually taking the blush that I use, which is the Butter Blush that I mentioned from Physicans formula in the color Vintage Rose. I'm going to take that on a fluffy Morphe brush, and this is the M510. And just kind of pack that on. And I'm going to put this in my crease very lightly. So I'm just going to take that color and put that in my crease. I'm not too worried about precision with this because it's just building a nice layer of like a really cool tone pink. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. This is the Morphe M441 brush. I have 3 of these. I love these and I just repeat through them. So I'm actually going to go in with the color Antique Bronze. And so it's going to be this color over here. And in this case, less is more. So we're going to slowly build up the eyeshadow, and we're not just going to take the color and just putting that into our crease very harshly. We're going to do it very lightly and build it up slowly. So this is what that looks like. And then I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other eye. And I'm focusing it predominantly on the outer crease, but I will bring it in very lightly. And now I'm going to go in with the color Love Letter, so this one right over here. I'm going to take that on this pointed, denser brush that looks like this. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of put that on your lash line and fade that upward. And so I'm kind of focusing that on my lash line, and it's not going to be very intense. Like I said, I want something more wearable, and so I'm being very light-handed with where my placement is, and I'm being very light-handed with how much color I am putting on my lid as well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go back with the blush color that we first laid down. And I'm going to put that on my M441 brush from Morphe. And I'm kind of just going to very lightly kind of blend everything together, so there's no harshness or anything like that. And then now we're going to take that same purpley pink color that we use, which is Love Letter, pack that on that same pencil brush. And then I'm going to put that under my lower lash line. And with this one, I want the color to show more because I feel like it'll tie everything in together. So I'm being a little bit more generous with the color here. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the color Vermeer, and that is this pink shimmery color right over here. And what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to take that on a flatter brush that looks like this. Kind of looks like that. And I'm going to pick up some of that color and I'm going to place that on my inner corner. And I'm going to take a little bit of that and put that under my brow bone. So I'm just gonna go curl my lashes and put on mascara. I'm gonna be using the Lash Paradise mascara, which I've used a million times. Mascara's all done, so now I'm going to put on some lip products. So I'm gonna actually be using the Morphe Zippy liner. So I'm gonna line my lips with this. It's a light purple, pinky color. So I'm gonna line my lips with that, and then I'm gonna go in with the Boho lipstick, and this is a light pinkish nude color, and I think it'll go really well with the eyes because we want something, I personally want something that's more pinkish, and so I think these two would go really well together. So I'm gonna do that, but first I'm just going to take off my foundation. So I kind of just outlined my lips and then brought some down a little bit, kind of like this. And then I'm gonna put on this lipstick slash gloss. So that's what this looks like. As you can see, it is more of like a pinky with a small hint of purple, but very light purple. You can barely like notice that. But I think it goes really well with the eye look. So I'm just gonna zoom you in really quick, but before I do, I just want to set my face. So I'm gonna be using the Iconic London Prep Set Glow. I love this, but I have it in the darker color. I know it comes in a lighter color. Let me see the color of this. Okay, so I can't find the color of this for some reason, but there's this one. It's more of a bronzy looking one, and then there's one that looks more like a champagne color, and I think there's only two colors. So if you're thinking of getting it, this specific one, it's the darker one of them both, you know? So I'm gonna take this. You just have to shake it because the glitter or the shimmer, the sheen, whatever, ends up settling at the bottom. So you just need to shake it before you apply it. So this, okay, so here's the thing with this setting spray. I know that it gives me a beautiful glow throughout the day. Does it set your makeup throughout the day and make it last longer? I don't know about that, but it definitely gives you the most beautiful glow, and it makes if your makeup looks a little bit powdery, this makes it look not powdery, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna have this dry for a second, and then I'm gonna show you what that looks like up close. So this is the final look. But yes, this is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed the look. I hope it was a form of inspiration from you or gave you an idea that you probably didn't even think of before. And let me know what you think. And at the end of the day, you can wear this whenever, however you want to wear it. Whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's midnight, whether it's 2 a.m., whether it's 3 p.m. during the day, spring, winter, summer, fall, doesn't matter. It's your face. It's a way to express yourself creatively, so you do it however you want to do it. And this is just kind of, I took an occasion and kind of played around with the colors and formed this look. So just get creative with it, and please don't forget to let me know if you liked it or not. Give this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.